Are we there yet? It's a question so often asked by kids in the back seat. It's easy to know that answer. No, 10 more miles. Or these days, Waze tells us, you will arrive at your destination at 3:48 p.m. Would that it be so simple in our spiritual life. And yet, are we there yet is a great question, and it's a great question to ask as we begin this season of Lent. It presumes that we know where we are at, fearlessly looking at our life circumstances. In order to help you and to help myself do that, we want to encourage you to take that DMI, the discipleship inventory, that should have come to you in the email today. It's a little personal and a community orientation to your status as you are. Remember what a survey is. I say this especially to Washington University students. Remember what a survey is. A survey is meant to register your initial impression. It's not meant to be your doctoral dissertation. Don't overthink it. Don't parse it too closely. It's just supposed to register your initial reaction. I got lost in it myself, and I'm not even as smart as you. But I started arguing with the very first question and could not get beyond it for too long. Remember, just your initial reaction. But for now, it matters you get a sense of yourself for now, as you are at the beginning of this holy season. Are you there yet? That question presumes we have a destination in mind. Certainly a destination like Easter, standing here at the beginning of Lent. The resurrected life in Christ, becoming more capable of love, of giving and receiving love. That question presumes we know how we are traveling there. Prayer, fasting, almsgiving are the suggestions the church makes for this journey. But I wonder, what is the difficulty in approaching Lent with that question? The difficulty, it seems to me, is that it's hard to know when we have gotten wherever there is. We can always have prayed more, right? We can always fast more than we're fasting. We can always give up more, for sure. Are we there yet? Nope. And looking around at this world, I think the answer is pretty obvious. There are still the poor and the lonely and the downtrodden in our midst. Are we there yet? There are still those being persecuted for the sake of the kingdom. There are still wars raging on this planet. Where can be so amorphous as to never know that we have ever gotten there. And maybe that's a good thing. It's a good thing to not be complacent about the opportunities still available to us. To know all things are still being made new. And that starts with me. To pray our butts off for peace and not war. To not be there yet invites us to step up. Are we there yet? That's an important question when asked by a child in the back seat of a car. Even more when that kid has to go to the bathroom. But it is a great question to ask ourselves this Lent. Are we there yet? Because we know the answer is no. We know there are miles to go before we sleep. But we do know where we are headed. And we know why we are headed there. The how, the when, well, isn't that kind of up to the mystery beyond all mysteries? God.